Hello, everybody. Long time no see. I hope you're doing fine. Really, I hope you and your families and your beloved ones are doing fine. Stay safe and welcome back. Just a quick disclaimer here. I will not be holding synchronous lessons. Synchronous lessons are lessons that we have in real time. I will be having asynchronous lessons. That means lessons that I post and you do on your own schedule during the day. Remember, you have today and tomorrow to complete this. I will not be doing that because I understand that there are the different people face a lot of different technological problems, and so I'm sensitive to that. And so, because of that, I will not be hosting synchronous lessons. I will do them asynchronously. Having said that, this video is made up of two parts. The first part is a quick overview of the changes in our course schedule. Basically, the changes are no changes. We simply change the dates. For today, we will be studying these two sounds, the oo and the sounds. We started studying the tense oo sound before we left, and today we will be focusing on the o sound, which is a lax sound. We will not have a quiz this week. We will move it to next week because I don't want to give you this very strange surprise. I need to get you guys in shape. We need to get familiar, go over things a little bit. And on Tuesday next week, Tuesday, first day of class next week, we will have the quiz. I will be posting this on Teams. So no stress. You will be able to see it in detail. I'm not going to go over it now because I want to have time for the other thing, but it's going to be on Teams. Okay, Teams now. Let me show you. I know you're super technological, but in case you're wondering how to use Teams, here's a quick guide. So here I have the 4 teams I, as a professor, have created. One for me and my wife because I needed for her to teach me how to use Teams. Fine. And then I have one Teams account for another course that I teach, English for academic purposes. This is the one I use with you guys, and this is the one I use because I'm the coordinator of the English majors. So this one I use with my colleagues. With you guys, I'm going to be using the Vowels one. So click on it, and here you have the general menu. And on top of this, you have the posts, which is basically the things you need to check whenever I post a message. And also we have a file section. Here I'm going to be storing the materials that I use in the class for every week. This is similar to what I used to have in the virtual classroom. And then this is very important. This is the class notebook, which is basically like a notebook, but just a virtual notebook. I'm going to click on it for you to see. So we click on class notebook, and this is where you're going to click whenever you have a class with me, because here I will be posting the instructions and materials and things that you're going to need for your class. So, so again, class notebook and also files, because sometimes I'm going to be putting things on files. For example, audio files are going to be here on files. Instructions on class notebook. So class notebook has a message here that basically tells you what it is about. You can read it later on. But most importantly, it has a navigation panel here. If yours is in Spanish, don't you worry. It should say something like abrir panel de navegación or something like that. You click on this, and here you will find a welcome message, collaborations page, space, content library, and your name. In my case, I have the names for everybody in my class because I'm the professor. In your case, you will only find your name. And if you click on your name, basically what you find is a space for you to take notes on classwork and for homework. In case you want to write down what homework is and you want to keep it handy, you write it here, but that's really up to you if you want to use it or not. So for today, we're going to be working on the on the content library. So you click on it, and then you click on using the content library. And then you will see 2 folders. Getting started with the content library, which is here. It's basically a quick introduction on how to use it, what it is for, and so on. And you have a second one, which is guidelines for April the 14th. And here is where I have created the instructions on what to do. So I'm going to go over these instructions very briefly because anyways, you will have them with you. So I divided the instructions into four. Open Teams, go to class notebook, here, go to class notebook, and then open the navigation panel like I did, open content library, and read and follow the guidelines or class procedures, which are here, look. And so I give you I give you a very careful step-by-step orientation on how to go over my class today. You will need your course ontology, of course, and you will need internet access to watch a few videos. So I ask you to review the things that we have covered so far in the course. And once you do that, I ask you to review the OO sound, the tense OO sound that we studied before we left because of the coronavirus pandemic. Here I give you a few questions for you to remember what we did regarding the OO sound. All of that is preparation for the sound we're studying today, which is the lax U, which is described as a mid-high, because it's not fully high, it's kind of mid-high, back unrounded vowel. It's also lax. So in order for you to understand what that is about, watch the video here. This video gives you plenty of examples on the lax U, which is different from oo. The oo is very tense, and it's the sound that we use when we say, for example, moon. But when you say book, it's more relaxed. So once you watch the video, do these exercises on your course reader. It's basically 3 check yourself exercises, and 2 of these exercises need audio, and the audio is on Teams. Again, it's here on the files section. I will post it in a minute, don't worry. The second one doesn't, the one on page 40, check yourself one, does not need audio. This one does need audio. That's check yourself one on page 41. The audio is going to be on Teams here on the files folder on week number 7. Yeah, I'm writing a note here. To find the audios, go to that files folder on Teams. Once you do this, you have to go to pages 42 and 43 of your course reader or course ontology, whichever you prefer, and then do the more practice exercise. And then once you're done with that, we put the ontology away. We're going to do something a little more sophisticated. What you do is go to this website. I'm going to copy it here. Go to this website and open. I'm going to open it here for you. Go to this website and read the podcast that is included there. It's about junk food and how it has an impact on rat brains. And so what you do here is basically you go over the text. If you go here, you will see full script. So you click on it. If you don't have a stable internet connection, don't you worry. I posted the script on Teams. If you go down here, it is here. It's not very long. It's something you will be able to read in about 1 minute maybe. But the instructions are here. Look, you underline the words that you find difficult to pronounce and also the vowels that are causing you problems. Second, record yourselves reading 1 or 2 paragraphs of the script. If you want to read the full text, that's fine. But if not, then just read 2. I would be satisfied if you could read and record yourselves doing 1 or 2 paragraphs. And finally, I want you to compare your pronunciation with the pronunciation of the speaker. In order for you to do that, you just go here and then click on this. And then you will find a 1-minute audio by Erica Barras on how junk diet has a connection with rat brains. And that's it, my friends. Then you go down here and you will find homework. And homework is study lessons 10 and 11, which we're going to be covering next class. Study for quiz number 1, which is everything except what we're studying today. And also watch this video. 2 notes for you, very important. I will post the answer key to the course ontology on the files folder for you. It's at the very end. That is because sometimes you may be wondering what the right answer for one exercise is. Well, just go ahead and find the answer key, which is at the very end of that ontology, and that's it. And also be sure to read instructions very carefully. Now, a quick word on, it's almost 10 minutes. I will do 1 more minute on a couple of tips. Virtual classes are different from regular face-to-face classes. I will not be there for you, but I will be here for a quick meeting on Zoom or on Teams. I will always be there if you need me, but I will not be there with everybody, unfortunately, because of what I explained at the beginning. I don't want to be running synchronous classes when not everybody can be here at the same time. They're different also because students feel that there is more work than they used to do in the class when they were doing face-to-face classes. Well, that is not true. The fact of the matter is that we set up a class to last about 2 hours maximum, and then we give you homework. Remember that a 2-hour course usually has 3 hours of homework. So if you're spending 5 to 6 hours doing today's lesson, that's normal. That's because there's 2 hours for my class and about 1 or 2 hours for homework. And so don't be stressed. That's it from me for now, and I'm going to stop the video here and post it on Teams. Thank you very much, you guys, and get back to me if you need me.